saw another theory nearby, so gonna go ride down on that motherfucker. Mm, real quick. Oh, hey, there's two theories. Ooh. Oh wow, there's baby theories. Okay, so I killed one. The brown one was a level 5, which would explain why it was getting so beat up. This one, 75. Okay, I'm gonna keep 77. That's a mutated baby. Uh, what level is this one? Is this level 70, 75? Cool. Okay. Hey, this is good, people. We just got two therizinosaur babies. That's amazing. Um, Fuck yeah, that is awesome. One has a mutation. The level 77 has a mutation. The way you can tell that is because it's 2 levels higher than its parent. Now, whenever you tame a baby creature, you do have to feed it, or it will starve and die. As you can see, its health is low, its food is low. Same with this one, has low health, low food. 2958, and its health will start decreasing as soon as it runs out of food. Its food will go down over time, and if you don't feed it, it's gonna starve and die. So, I'm gonna put some berries in its inventory so it can eat. Same with this other one. But basically, where it says wants care in 4 hours 45 minutes, this is an imprinting thing. So if you see at the bottom, it says imprinting 0%. Basically, the babies will have a specific request every few hours here, apparently, on official servers. But every few hours, they'll request something from you specific, and you have to give them what they're requesting if you want that imprinting percentage to go up. And the percentage going up means that they will gain extra health, extra melee damage. Sometimes they'll gain extra stamina, extra weight, whatever. So you want to get the imprints. You want to make sure whatever they're requesting, whenever they have a craving, you give it to them. I don't know, man. Gonna boost weight again. And of course, you can go here to look at your creatures and see like how long it's gonna take for them to reach adulthood and things like that. You go to the creature tab to get information on your creatures. So here to show you, it wants care in 4 hours 40 minutes. Its maturation percentage right now is 5.7, and it says that it is 2.5 hours until it reaches juvenile state. It goes from baby to juvenile, and when it goes from baby to juvenile, it can eat from a feeding trough. You no longer have to feed it by putting berries in its inventory. Now, what's interesting is I didn't notice this one is a baby, this one is already a juvenile. Oh, I never did explain the plates. So, Stegosaurus plates, just gonna go to show buffs real quick. Sharpened plates, this is armor penetrating plates, and again, prevents dismount. Then you have the hardened plates, and again, you change these plates by pressing R3 on the controller. The hardened plates, if you go to show buffs, it says hardened, damage reduction, prevent dismount. So you receive less damage when you use the hardened plates. The heavy plates afflict slow on creatures you attack, and then the sharp plates are for dealing more damage. The sharpened plates are what you want to use if you're trying to collect berries. So, yeah, I'm trying to collect berries with the steg because I'm going to need lots of berries to feed these baby therizinosaurs. And we have a supply drop coming down. Nice. Also, the sharpened plates can get you thatch wood. All 3 plates can get you thatch and wood. Some of them do different. The hardened plates will collect more wood. The heavy plates will collect more thatch. And the sharpened plates, you can collect berries with the sharpened plates, but you can also get thatching wood. I'm gonna go check that. See what we get. Nice wooden structures. Gonna make use of that. Gonna break all that down. It's got free wood. Sweet. Alright, so I've put lots of berries in their inventories. Um, this is what you want to do when you have baby creatures that you're raising. If they're herbivores, you just want to put as many berries in their inventory as you possibly can because you don't want them to starve out and die. Especially since I'm going to be going to bed soon. I don't want to wake up and find that they died because that would suck. And this one, it's got food in its inventory. So we just want to make sure they stay fed overnight, so we don't have to worry about, them dying when we come back. Okay, now that we have finally placed all of our storage boxes the way we wanted to, there it is, all 30 storage boxes, lots of storage space. Gonna go ahead and start placing down some structures and making things. So first things first, gonna make a preserving bin. Also, I want to make a forge. Preserving bin is used to obviously preserve your anything that has a spoil timer, any of your perishables. I'm gonna make a refining forge. This is for refining resources like oil, metal ingots, and things like that. I'm gonna make or gonna unlock the smithy engram. You need this to craft things. Gonna unlock the metal hatchet engram since we don't have a metal hatchet. This is what a preserving bin looks like. I'm just gonna place it anywhere just to show you. This is what it looks like. It's just a little box. You put spark powder in here, which you make in a mortar and pestle. And once you put spark powder in there, it will preserve all of your perishable items. I'm going to turn it sideways just so it can take up less space like that. And now I'm going to need to place down my mortar and pestle because I did pick that up. Where's our... We need hide and flint to make a forge. Now this is just raw metal that you get from mining. Like you get it when you're like mining rocks sometimes, and you mainly get it by going on top of the mountains and collecting the metal nodes. There's just like metal rocks that you can mine, and that's how you get a lot of metal. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so now you put the metal in there, you put some wood in there, or you can use thatch because thatch can light as well, and then you just press either R3 or down here light fire. Well, it says put out fire now because I've already lit it, and the raw metal will turn to metal ingots. Now it requires 2 pieces of raw metal to make one metal ingot. So these 12 raw metal pieces will make 6 ingots of metal, and we only need 5 to make a smithy. So we will be good. So I'm gonna let that cook, and while that's cooking, let them cook. While that's cooking, I'm gonna well, I'm not gonna place the mortar and pestle down yet. I'm gonna go over here to my storage boxes, my small storage boxes, because I believe I have other stuff over here, like more raw metal, all this stuff. I need to take all this stuff into our hut now. No more reason to leave these things outside. The game is being buggy. Well, we have lots of raw metal. Look at that, there's another 12. So now we'll have 12 metal ingots total. And pick up my campfire. I'm not going to pick up my water tanks yet, because if you pick them up, once you replace them, they're going to be empty, of course, because when you move them, they're not going to carry the water with them. So you're going to have to wait for it to rain for them to refill. So I'm not going to do that right now. But usually whenever I have water tanks, I normally put them on the roof of my building. So they're just like out of the way. They're kind of like, out of sight, out of mind. And you don't even think about them. You just know they're there. Those are fine over there. I don't mind them being there, but I'd rather them be on the roof. So boom. Wait, no. Oh, look at that. We already got the 5 metal ingots. So let's make the smithy. I need wood. That's what she said. Anyway. Craft the smithy. I'm gonna place this smithy like over here in this corner. And yeah, I'm gonna place the mortar and pestle like right here in front of it. Just like this. Yeah, I guess that's fine. So now, to make spark powder, we need to put flint and stone, and then boom, you see there, spark powder. It requires 2 pieces of flint and 1 piece of stone. It's kind of cutting off on my screen. I don't know why. But there's 2 pieces of flint, 1 piece of stone, I believe. We can craft 15 because we only have 15 stone in there at the moment. I'm gonna put some more in there just so we can make oh look, we got more flint. So I'm gonna put everything in there just so I can make as much spark powder as I can. So I'm gonna use all my flint and stone. It's gonna make us a good amount. And the spark powder, you take the spark powder, you put, the preserving bin says no fuel, but once you put the spark powder in there, you'll start to see like smoke, steam rising from the preserving bin. And now it's fueled. It's fueled for a day and 3 hours. What that means is for the next day and 3 hours in real time, not in game time. This is in real time. For the next day and 3 hours, I'm going to keep those seeds because those are going to be important. Not those seeds. So for the next day and 3 hours, I can preserve any perishable items I have. Now, it's not going to preserve them to where they just absolutely don't spoil. They're still going to spoil, but the spoil timer is going to be significantly higher. Like how when I showed you transferring something from my inventory to the creature's inventory makes it go up. This is the same, but a lot more. So in my hands right now, these berries will spoil in 3 minutes. In the preserving bin, the berries are going to last 30 minutes. In my hand right now, this battle tartar is going to last 3 hours, 46 minutes. In the preserving bin, it's there for a day, 13 hours, 46 minutes. So yeah, just like that, you just put your items in here. The preserving bin is going to keep them for a lot longer than you can keep them, or a lot longer than any animal can keep them. So boom, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's all in the name. So yeah, now we have that. Okay, so just came back over to the forge. As you can see, all of my metal has cooked, so we can put that fire out. Don't want to just waste your wood burning. Once you burn wood in a forge or in a torch or anything, it's gonna give you charcoal. See, it's created by burning wood. Charcoal is used to make gunpowder, so hang on to any charcoal you get because gunpowder becomes very important as you get later into the game. You're going to want to use guns, obviously. There's going to be lots of hard things to kill, like therizinosaurs, rexes, dragons. You've seen a dragon. I've showed it in the last video. There's dragons on here. Dragons will kill you, obviously. So you want to have guns. There's like rocket launchers, assault rifles, sniper rifles, pistols, all kinds of things, shotguns. But charcoal, you're going to need charcoal for all of them, every single one of them. You need the gunpowder. So yeah, always hang on to charcoal. It's very good to keep. I would say when you're starting early in the game, as you burn wood to cook food or cook metal or anything, even to light a standing torch, just hang on to all the charcoal that you amass early in the game. That way, later in the game, you don't have to like start cooking up a ton of wood just to craft some charcoal. You'll already have a good reserve from the time you started all the way up till then. So yeah, and now we're gonna put this metal in here. As you can see, my hatchet is broken, but I'm gonna get rid of it, and I'm gonna make a metal hatchet. So I'm gonna go to the engrams, going to unlock the metal hatchet engram. Boom. Don't need to unlock the metal pick because I already have one. Then you go here. Now you go into weapons, melee, and here it is. It's going to show you the requirements. Oh, we're one piece of metal short. You need 8 metal ingots. I have 7. That is so terrible. Oh, dude, I just keep having these crazy realizations back to back. Where we are right now, we're actually in a very good place on the map. Like I say all the time. If you zoom in on the map, you'll notice there's water in front of us. The way you pull up your map is just by pressing the touchpad, and you zoom in by holding down the touchpad and holding R2 to zoom in. And you hold the touchpad and L2 to zoom out. But where we are on the map, you can see there's water in front of us. This water has metal in it. This game you do take fall damage in this game, but it is safe to jump into the water. Yeah, it's safe to jump into deep water because you won't take fall damage and die. So just gonna jump off of here into the water. Now, just because you land in water doesn't mean you're all safe. There are piranhas in the water, so look out for that. Piranhas will attack you and kill you on sight, obviously. Also, there's other creatures in the water, like just water creatures like Spinosauruses, baryonyx, things like that. Gators sometimes, depending on where you are, sharks. So you want to be aware of what's in the water at all times. Because if you're not, something could come up on you and kill you real easy. But the good thing about this water right here that we are living above, there's metal and crystal on the bottom of this water. So it's a very good pool. And this is just another one of the many reasons why I chose to live in this location. So I don't see any piranhas. We're fine. The raptor will just stay floating unless you command it to follow you down. If you whistle for it to follow you, it will follow you down. This is what the metal looks like. Obviously, you see like little metal lines, metal veins running through these rocks. This is how you know when you found a good source of metal. Because there's just stones on the game, and then there's metal veins like these. It's giant stones that just have metal running through them. You'll get a lot more metal from things like that. So as you can see, just breaking that one metal vein, I collected 64 raw metal. Gonna upgrade my weight. Jeez, bees are annoying. Those things will attack you, so stay away from them. When they sting you, you do get immobilized, and they keep attacking you until you die. When you're in the water, watch your stamina. As you can see, my stamina is going back up, but when you're swimming, the bottom right corner, your oxygen goes down. As you can see, it's the top one. It's going down 130, 125 right now. Your oxygen goes down. You only have about 150 oxygen, so watch your oxygen. And then I'm gonna collect some crystal. We need crystal, very important. And then your stamina goes down when you're underwater. So as you're swimming, you lose oxygen and stamina, of course. I'm just gonna get as much of this as I can for now. So yeah, you swim up to the surface by holding X on your PS5 controller. and you dive just by looking down and like going down, like you're walking. You can also dive just by clicking R3. Pressing down R3 will make you dive. When you run out of stamina underwater, you will not be able to swim back to the surface. So if you're at the bottom of the water and you run out of stamina, then you're just gonna drown. We're kind of overweight, so I'm gonna drop the stone off my raptor. And I'm gonna go back up this way because it seems closer. Your creature that you have in the water with you can also have the same thing happen to it that happens to you. So it can drown if it stays underwater for too long. As you can see, its oxygen indicator is at the top right of the screen, just above yours. This one's got 640 oxygen right now, so they can breathe underwater a lot longer than you sometimes, depending on what kind of creature it is. The raptors can breathe underwater longer than the people can. But once the raptor runs out of stamina in the water, the same thing happens. It will just like sink to the bottom. You will not be able to swim back up, and you will drown. Your raptor will drown and die, and you will drown and die. Unless you swim, if you have stamina. So yeah, there's a little lesson on the water. We haven't been in much water since we've started this little playthrough journey. So there was our first little water lesson. So we went down there to collect some. Oh, of course, we come back and there's a theory waiting on us. Oh my god, don't you just love this game? So now that we have crystal, we can make a spyglass. Spyglass is made with crystal hide, fiber, and wood. And I'm going to show you why spyglass is important. Anyway, spyglass is important. Look at this thing trying to like maneuver around me. Get out of here. I'm gonna put this on my high bar real quick. I like to keep it right here on this spot. And you can use the spyglass to look at a creature from a distance. Female Therizinosaur, level 25. It'll tell you everything you need to know about a creature without you even having to get close to it. So that is a very handy tool to have. Well, it doesn't tell you everything you need to know. Like, it doesn't tell you like the creature's stats, things like that, but it tells you just the basics. And now that we have some more metal here that we cooked, I'm gonna put that in here with this and some wood. Now we should be able to make that hatchet. Yeah, there we go. We now have a metal hatchet. So that's how you get metal tools. You craft them in a smithy. You can obviously get them from supply drops, or you can get them from killing certain creatures, whatever. But if you don't, then you just craft them in a smithy. And the metal tools harvest way more than the stone tools, obviously. They're better tools. They harvest more and they deal a lot more damage. So you definitely want to make sure you at some point upgrade to metal tools. Also, you can craft metal armor in the smithy, which is useful as you progress through the game. I'm gonna put this raw meat in the preserving bin just so we can save that. I'm gonna put all this stuff in here in the smithy. Also, with crystal, we can make a water jar. I'm going to show you why these are important. Where is it? There we go. Water jar. So, you can also make a magnifying glass, which serves other purposes as well. Kind of like a spyglass, but a little bit different. Feeding trough, going to unlock that for the theris, and just for all my creatures, period. Let's see. Feeding trough. How do you make feeding trough? Feeding trough, you need wood, thatch, fiber. I don't know if I have any more thatch. do kind of like that so I can see. Thatch. Wooden fiber. Okay, so I'm gonna make a feeding trough. A feeding trough, you just put food in it and it'll feed all your creatures. Place it right here. And you can hold triangle for options and show feeding range. And it's gonna show you that, see that light green line on the trees? That light green line going here is showing you the range. The range is always like a circle. So it's going over there by that tree, here, all the way over, kind of over the back of our house, and over here, back to the tree. So anything in this circle will be fed, not anything, any creature that we have tamed, any of our tamed creatures will be fed by the feeding trough, as long as there's food in there. So we can take the Stegosaurus. Also, they have to be juvenile state or higher. Like this baby therizinosaur is not going to be able to eat from a trough. Any baby creature you have to feed it just by having food in its inventory, because you know it's like a baby. Baby can't feed itself. I'm gonna put everybody back on neutral. I'm gonna collect some berries for the baby theris. Get out of the way, stupid parasaur. And I believe the feeding trough does give a little bit more preserving time to perishable items you put in there as well. Let's find out. Let's see. It's 9 minutes in my inventory. 39 minutes in here. Yeah. So any plant eaters or any herbivores in range of the feeding trough will now eat berries out of the feeding trough. So I could just do this. There we go. The only thing you can put in here is items that can be eaten by creatures. Some things could go in there like stone, chitin, keratin, and that's because there are creatures in the game that eat those things. So there are creatures in the game that eat stone. There are creatures in the game that eat chitin and keratin. So if you're wondering why something that isn't food went into the trough, it's because something in the game can't eat it. So it's considered a food source to something. Upgrade my weight. We are level 60. Nothing eats narcoberries. Obviously, that's just used as a knockout agent. And nothing eats stem berries. This is just used to counter the effects of the knockout agent. I'm going to take these seeds because they're important. I'm going to take these seeds. The rest of those seeds I'm not going to take. I'm going to take these rare flowers. And you'll get to know why these seeds are important at another date. Just not going to do it right now. We got that one, and that one. Nice. But basically they're crops, and you want to grow crops because they're important. Oh, right, I was supposed to make a water jar. Forgot that quick. I need 7 cementing paste. So cementing paste is chitin and stone, or keratin and stone. You need a lot of stone. Well, I have no more. I gotta get some. Okay, so now with the water jar. Right. I did just get a blue supply drop while I was collecting stone, so from that I got a magnifying glass. Some primitive hide gloves. Oh, we got more flint. That's good. And we got carrots. That is also very good. Another crop type. So, yeah. And now we can make the cementing paste for the water jar. 6, 7. And what else do we need? 2 crystal, 5 hide. I usually like to carry 2 of these. Just because you can only drink from a water jar twice. So after 2 drinks, you'll just be thirsty again. So I like to carry 2 of these so I can drink 4 times. And usually by the time, usually I don't run out when I have, when I'm able to drink 4 times. Because, it rains like at least once a day on the island. That's on this map, not on every map. Some maps it doesn't rain at all. It's raining right now. But water jars, you go out in the rain and just like a water tank, you can just use them to collect water. Just by pressing whatever key you have assigned to them. So mine is L1 triangle, L1 circle. So just by pressing those while it's raining, you collect the rainwater. And it will replenish your character's water as well. Also, when they're empty, you can bring them to, or just come near the water tank, and you press the same thing, and it'll refill them. So, yeah. So that's what the water jars are important for. The water jars carry water for you over time, and you can travel anywhere with them. They don't leak or spill or anything, so you just have water with you at all times in your pocket. Um, I want to believe these theris have enough food. I'm going to take the berries from this juvenile and put them in the trough for the baby. I mean, because the juvenile can eat from the trough. Um, the baby does not have enough food. Okay. Hopefully the baby pulls through with that. I'm gonna go ahead and continue gathering some berries. Fill up my feeding trough for the baby therizinosaurus. We got baby theri imprints. As you can see, they did survive through the night, so that is awesome. It wants to cuddle with you. That's easy. Hilarious. All right. You saw it said imprinting plus 17%. That means if we go here and check, there it is, imprinting 17%. And its health went up, and I believe I don't know what went up. But if you imprint on a creature, it does affect the stats. I'm going to show you this one before we do the imprint. This one wants to go on a walk. That's easy. Okay, so here are the stats before. It's 2958 health. That's probably going to be the thing that increases. Most likely it's going to be health. It's usually always health. So we're going to make it go on a walk with us. The way you do that is just by changing I would change the following distance to low so it can follow you much closer. And then you just go to behaviors, enable following, and it's going to follow you around, just like any other creature that you command to follow you around. And this is considered the walk, it just wants to walk around with you. So you just have it follow you, take it on a walk, and there it goes. The imprinting is done for now. And look at that. It went from 2958, I think it was, to 3,056. So the health did increase. We're going to put these berries in here. They ate a lot over the night, as you can see. I did fill the trough up completely. Um, it only has 60 slots for food. I filled all 60 slots with berries for the baby therizinosaurs, and they ate about 24. There's 100 berries in each stack. So they ate about 2,400 berries last night. That's a lot. I'm going to use this stegosaurus to... Actually, it's already got some berries. Still from last night. So I'm going to just put these in here. And probably just continue building some things here at my base. Okay, so one thing I want to do is finally take to the skies here on our playthrough. So what I'm going to do is get some trank arrows, some narcotics that we have, and I'm going to go tame a pteranodon. I think it's definitely time. You know, it's about time we get to the sky. I'm going to make a pteranodon saddle real quick if I can. Let's see, I believe it's at 38, level 38, you unlock the pteranodon saddle. Let's do PT. There, oh, we already have it unlocked. Nice. Okay, crafting. Where's the saddle? Need 75 chitin keratin, 230 hide, and 125 fiber. So we got that. I don't know if we have hide. I don't think we have enough. Yeah, we don't have enough hide. Okay, so we're gonna have to get some hide. Bingo! We're gonna have to get some hide. I'm gonna obviously kill that Diplo for it, because that's gonna provide us a great amount, especially with our metal hatchet. Alright, so I'm back just crafting narcotics to take with me to go to Pteranodon. Got all the metal out of the forge there. We've got 50. I'm gonna unlock a metal pike so I can take that instead of the spears that I've been collecting. Spears are great when you're starting out, but at this stage we want to use a metal pike now because they deal much more damage. It is a lot stronger as a melee weapon, so you want to have that. I'm also gonna unlock the crossbow because I don't want to use the regular bow anymore. And you'll see why the crossbow is much better than just the plain bow that you make in your hand. So I'm gonna go here. What are we missing? We're missing wood. Just gonna put all this in here. Go to weapons, melee. Gonna make the pike. And then I'm gonna go here and make the crossbow. Yeah, so there we go. I'm gonna now put the pike in place of the spear. We can get rid of that now. Oh, the crossbow. And we're gonna put the crossbow in place of the bow and arrow that we had. And we're just gonna drag the trank arrows onto the crossbow. Set the crossbow, obviously. And you'll see why this crossbow is much better than a regular bow when you're watching. And also, let me just put that stuff up there. Also, the crossbow can be used underwater, so that's awesome as well. You cannot use a regular bow and arrow underwater. A crossbow can be used underwater. I'm gonna look for prime meat as I go. I'm heading towards the beach, like where we started spawning at, obviously. I'm gonna go to the beach because pteranodons often spawn near the beach, and yeah, they hang out around. Oh look, I can get this. They hang out around there sometimes, so we're gonna go there and see what we can find. Sweet. Come on. I'm not even hitting this thing, I don't think. There we go. Alright, gonna collect the prime meat. Cool. Alright, so it's just good to have the prime meat on hand already so that when we find a pteranodon, it'll be easier for us to get that thing tamed up and we won't have to go around searching for any. I'm just going to place all the meat pieces on the raptor, obviously. And now with the raptor, you don't have to worry about it eating the prime meat, because as long as it has regular raw meat in its inventory, it's gonna prefer that. They prefer prime meat when they're being tamed, but after they've been tamed, they will just consume the raw meat first, because it heals them more than the prime meat. So as long as you have regular raw meat in the creature's inventory, they won't eat the prime meat, so you don't have to worry about them eating the prime. Alright, so we have found a pteranodon. First one we see is level 15. I'm not going to tame the level 15, even though it's the first pteranodon we've seen all day. I'm not going to tame it because a level 15 would not benefit us very much. Well, not going to go over there with that thing there. Yeah, no, that's going to fuck us up. So I'm just going to keep looking around. I'm really far from base now. I'm way over here on the other side of the mountain now, far from my base. But I'm going to keep running along the beach until I see a pteranodon I'd like to tame. Found another one. Level 40. Not going to tame that either. We're going to keep going. Here on the map, there is an explorer note. It's just right where I found that level 40 pteranodon. There's an explorer note. Somebody's just sleeping on the beach. This is looks like a player who's offline. This is another thing I was mentioning in a previous video. You know, when you log offline, don't just go to sleep anywhere. Make sure you're in your bed in a house, because if you don't, somebody can drag you like this, and they can drag you like to a dangerous creature, like say like a wild raptor. They'll just drag your body over towards it. It'll come kill you, and they'll probably kill the raptor, and then they can just take your stuff from your dead body. Or they can drag you into some water, which there is water right here, but somebody's blocking it off with like all this stuff that they've built.
Greetings and salutations, dear reader. If these words are gracing your eyes, then you have had the good fortune
I was
to
not
find
meaning
the
to walk
journal
into
of
that
Sir
explorer note.
Edmund Rockwell.
Okay, as I was saying, for Rockwell, started interrupting us. Calm piece of annoying. You could drag this body over into the water, and the character would drown. Offline protection does not protect you from drowning. So somebody could pull your character to the water, you would drown, and then they would take your things that way. Because once you die, people can just loot your corpse. So, yeah, make sure whenever you log off the game, if you're on an online server, you are in your bed and in your house with doors and windows closed. Anyway, I was explaining the Explorer note. Obviously, you see what it was. You find the Explorer note. This is somebody's base. This is insane. You find the Explorer note, and oh, Pteranodon's out of stamina. Oh, look, a Pteranodon. Say Pteranodon. My Raptor's out of stamina. You find Explorer notes. It gives you an XP boost. Level 25, bruh. Jesus Christ. At the bottom, you see, bottom right of my screen, it says Explorer note found. If you go to show buffs, it says double XP. So that's what Explorer notes do. They will give you double XP. Some of them give you 4 times XP. And you can combine those. If you get one that's double XP and 4 times XP, then you're basically like having 6 times XP, as long as they're running. The timer is only about 500 seconds or something. So yeah. But you cannot combine 2 double XP notes. It'll just extend the time of the double XP. Or if you get 2 4 times XP notes, it'll just extend the time of the Explorer note bonus. So yeah, there's Explorer notes all over the map. You just have to run around, explore the map to find them, obviously. Oh, the lag is bad here. Somebody must have a lot of stuff here. Whenever you're playing with other online players, if someone's built like a massive base and they've got lots of things in the area, it will cause your game to lag, because the game's trying to render in all of their items or all of their creatures or whatever, and loading all of that stuff into the game really takes a lot. So This has a ring. That's awesome. Wow, look at this stuff. We've got ascendant gear in here. So I'm on foot now. I'm not even riding the raptor. I'm just running around mostly and like having the raptor follow because I'm carrying so much weight the raptor can't even carry me back. So we've made it to the end of the beaches. We are now going towards the cold region. I'll zoom out here. This is how far I've come. Going to the cold region, you'll never find a pteranodon. Pteranodons don't live in the cold. So we're just gonna go back. And I'm just gonna like continue looking along the beach as I make my way back. There's lots of dangerous things in the cold region, so I don't want to go into the cold region at all. I have no reason to as of right now. That'll be later in the game. Found a purple supply drop. Let's see what we got. Ooh, some jerky. We need that because I did not bring any food. Look at that, a ramshackle simple pistol. These are very good. Got an improvised explosive device. I've never used those things before. I have no idea how they work. Some shotgun ammo, some metal spike walls. Those are good for defense. And some gunpowder. Sweet. Okay. Oh, whoa. Damn. Jeez Louise, man. Alright. Oh my god, another one. Oh, get the hell off me. Wait a minute, hold up. No. Oh. Bruh. Okay. Anyway, I was bringing the video back just to show that I had saw that gold drop with a ring. I still had not found a pteranodon yet, but that was there. And oh wow, blue drop. I have no way of getting back to where I just left my raptor. I could try and run it on foot. Oh wow, look at all that. It's good stuff. I could try and run back to the raptor on foot, which I might try, but it's just gonna be dangerous. I'll probably die. I think I'm gonna take sleeping bags. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take sleeping bags, so when I do die, I can at least come right back to near wherever I died at, and that'll help us out some. And we died pretty far away from base, way over there, almost 1,000 meters away. So we're gonna make our way back over there. So I haven't even left my base yet, and look at this, level 15 pteranodon just hanging out, gloating like, ah, I was the whole reason you left home in the first place, and now look at you, struggling to get back. Like, hardy har har. Thank you very much. Just gonna keep moving. Dangerous part about being on foot in this game is that everything is gonna come after you, and some creatures you cannot outrun. So sometimes we'll have to stand and fight if we can, which, I mean, there isn't much you can fight on your own. So it's gonna be tough. We're just gonna have to try and avoid things. Hopefully we don't get into any crazy dangerous situations. Yes, we made it back. Look at my raptor still standing here. Standing strong after it murdered my murderers for me. I just saw a pteranodon like over there. Level 60. I will actually settle for that. That is good enough for me. And after all that we've been through here, I think we should definitely just take what we can get and go. So I'm gonna get that. We've been searching for a pteranodon so long, all of our prime meat has spoiled, so that sucks, but it's okay. We're gonna get something. I don't know. We're just gonna have to find more prime meat, and yeah. So I'm gonna do that. Raptor follow. And I'm gonna go ahead and try and tame that level 60 pteranodon. Oh, fucking hell. More raptors. Get off me. Yeah, that's right. You didn't know I had backup, did you? Loser. The pteranodon knocked out. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that on our tracking. And as far as prime meat, there is a holy grail right here in front of us. I'm going to show you in just a sec, so that I get this. There we go. Right there, a diplo. Diplos will give you prime meat, and it has a baby. So the baby will give us lots of prime meat because baby diplos are very chunky. Look at that. Not one, but two babies. Two baby diplos. So, perfect. We have our new pteranodon. Only level 89, not the best, but it's good enough. So now I'm going to head back to base, and hopefully I don't die on the way there. Okay, my pteranodon has 2 levels now. I'm going to increase its weight first, because it's already got some okay stamina, 247. These things are not the best flyers, so you're really not going to get much out of a pteranodon, especially if it's not a max level pteranodon. But it's okay, we'll just make use with what we got. So, we're at 64 chitin. I've killed some bugs on the way that were on the beach and things. I can't make the saddle yet because I need more chitin or keratin, and I need some fiber, which I'll grab the fiber as I go, but I need to kill something that's going to give me chitin so I can make that saddle. But as of right now, we're just walking back. We're still kind of far from base. We're on this farther side of the mountain. Base is all the way over there. So yeah, we still have 1,600 meters to go, according to where that stegosaurus is. So I'm going to try and do that just by running along the beaches. I'm not going to cut through the woods or anything because there's lots of dangerous things in the forest, and I want to get back to my base in one piece along with my creatures. So yeah, just going to keep killing bugs and things as I find them and try and get the saddle made on the way so I don't have to walk too much longer. Okay, awesome. There is a trilobite on the beach. Go over there, get out the way. These things give you amazing resources, and they give you chitin, so that is awesome. This is going to be what we need to make our pteranodon saddle. If the game will let me harvest it. Oh wow, look at that. Dude, 12 black pearls. That is insane. I've never got more than 1 black pearl from these things at a time. That is insane. A rare resource from the bottom of the sea. These are very important in the end game. When you get to the end game and you start unlocking like all the things that you can unlock in the end, you're going to need an enormous amount of black pearls. So it is best to start collecting them early as you can in the game and just hang on to them all the way till the end. Because even if you save up a lot from the beginning of the game, you're going to find yourself going to the deep parts of the sea just to collect more. So, you know, you're always going to need these, as well as silica pearls. These are very important in the farther in the game as well. Gonna make that pteranodon saddle. Oh, we need the fiber. All right, I'm gonna get the fiber. I'm gonna put some of my stuff that I'm carrying on the raptor, so that I can fly on the pteranodon, and I'll just have the raptor follow. There's some things in the raptor's inventory, but I still weigh so much that the pteranodon is not gonna be able to carry me because it's a scrub. So I'm just gonna continue to walk and just have them both follow. Okay, thank the Ark Heavens, we have finally made it back to base. That took so long. This entire journey was extremely ridiculous, and that was a long travel. So now that we're back to base, I'm just gonna go ahead and like cut here for now, and when we come back, we will be able to take to the skies. So that is awesome. Yeah.